howdy folks, welcome back to my channel. I got a really cool find for you today that I'd like to share, but first let me just give you a real quick update. If you've been following my channel, if you're a subscriber, you know that a couple weeks ago, whatever it is now, I had COVID, I got over it, I was recovering really well, and then in the last few days I had a relapse or something and I started getting shortness of breath again. Ended up going to the ER and it turns out I have bronchitis now, so they've got me on yet another medication. So I just can't catch a break this year. But anyway, I don't want to spend time on that. I want to spend time on this. So this is going to be one of the coolest things I have found in a while. And this is a Casio DG-1, and hopefully you can see here on the bag. It says Casio DG, which the DG series is digital guitars. They made them back in the 1980s. And they were essentially kind of a hybrid between a synthesizer and a guitar. Now the DG-1 was the entry level into the line. There are several other models in the line. However, this one really intrigued me because number one, it has the case. And how often do you see something like this from the 80s with the original case? Then, and I want to show you something here, you can tell this case has some, let's see if you can see that. The zippers, you can tell it's been zipped and unzipped a few times. When I open it here, and as I said, it's kind of a hybrid between a synthesizer and a guitar. So you see if I just strum it, it's not really any sort of pitched sound. It has 6 strings, and each string goes to a sensor that's underneath this plate that detects the vibration. And then I'm not sure if the actual frets themselves are touch sensitive or what. It also has a built-in drum machine so you can have rhythm to play along with. And it's got, I think, 16 different sounds built in. Again, this is from the 1980s. Look at that headstock. And it's got a built-in speaker here. Of course, you've got a headphone jack and a power jack there. So, kind of a neat little thing, very retro. But again, the reason that I went for this, okay, check this out. And this is the original manual. And let me see if you can see this. Manual and warranty card. Here's the warranty card. And maybe you can see this. The manual is in Japanese. Complete Japanese. There's no English anywhere on this manual. It's all Japanese. So this must be an import one that somebody got overseas or something and brought back. I don't know the whole story. Then, check this out. In the front pocket here, it has the original power adapter. And I'm not sure if you can see that. It's actually Casio branded power adapter. So I think this is the original power adapter as well. But anyway, let's take a closer look at it, let you hear some of the sounds, kind of talk about what it does, some of the cool features, and some of the drawbacks. Let's get into it. Okay, so let's take a quick look at how this baby works. So first of all, there's a power switch right here. When we turn that, we see the light come on. Hopefully you can see that on the video, but there's a power light right there. We've got 2 knobs here. These are the main volume and the drum machine volume. So if I pluck a string here, let me turn it up just a little. You should hear sounds coming out of there. Now the way my arm is sitting, it might block some of the volume, but. So you've got these 2 red buttons here. These are the start, stop, and the fill for the drum machine. You've got a tempo control over here that also controls the speed of the drum machine. So if I hit this, you get a beat, and of course you can play along with that. I'm gonna stop the drum machine. Oh, and also, it has a mute button here. Now, that might seem like, why is there a mute button? It'll make more sense as we go on. And I found that it works a little better with a pick because you really need that snap. Because if you do like a mellow pluck, there you go. You have to kind of give it just a little more. Now, I can probably adjust the string tension and get those just a little bit pluckier. I haven't done that yet. Now, one of the drawbacks you might learn about this thing pretty quickly is that there's no harmonics. You try to do a harmonic, you just get the sound of the strings. And there's no dead strings. I'm not fretting anything there, I'm just laying. So you can't do anything that has dead strings or that has harmonics, unfortunately. But if you do a hammer-on or a pull-off, it seems to work. And if you try to bend, bending doesn't do anything. So, you know, there's some limits to what you can do with it, but you can still do a lot of things. Let's go through some of the sounds really quick. So what you've been hearing is called Guitar 1. This one is called E-Guitar. I'm assuming that's electric guitar. So this one here is called Glockenspiel. It's actually quite cool. Then this one is called shamisen, or shamisen, I'm not sure how you say that. That's, I was like, I don't know what that is. That's actually an Asian instrument, an Asian string instrument. This one's really quite fun. If you do chords on this, it's actually pretty cool. Now, this is why you have the mute button. See when it just keeps ringing like that? Trumpet's actually pretty neat too. This one goes from being guitar 1 to guitar 2. Let's do a chord on it. And then we'll go to, the next one is, the next one is called Funky, and it's kind of a clav sound. Well, that's kind of funny. Harp right there. We have mandolin. This one is actually my least favorite, and let me show you why. It does that little like auto pick for you, but it doesn't sync with the drum. I'll show you what I'm talking about. If I speed the drum up, slow the drum down, it always does it at the same speed. So that one's a lot more aggressive than organ 1. Real quick, here's organ 1 again. And organ 2. And I really like this one. And then finally we have another one called Chorus. And this one's kind of interesting. And again, our mute comes in handy there. So that's kind of the 12 sounds that are in it. Then it also has 12 rhythms. So let me do that real quick. Rock, pops, country, swing, bossa nova, waltz, tango, slow rock. This is slow rock, then blues. Oh, there you go. All right, you get the picture. Anyway, then we have Enka, reggae. Oh, I like that. And then 16 beat. And again, all of them we can speed up or slow down. And then you have a fill button here. Kind of fun. Okay, so there you have it, folks. A super cool pawn shop find, the Casio DG-1 with what appears to be the original accessories from Japan. I just feel like that's not something, whoops, I feel like that's not something you find every day. And I would love to know more of the story behind this, but in any case, it's definitely a cool thing. And it wasn't something I was necessarily looking for, but I saw this, it's retro, it's, you know, I'm a child of the 80s. I had to have it. So there you go. Thanks for tuning in. If you like what I do on this channel, I'd really appreciate it if you'd hit that subscribe button. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up for me. See you soon.